Hello, I'm David Carollo, the Executive Director of the World Apostolate of Fatima in the National Blue Army Shrine of Our Lady of Fatima. Today, I'd like to talk more about the children and how they teach us we can live the message of Fatima. Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta were profoundly changed by the apparitions of Fatima, and each responded in their own way to the mission of saving souls. Francisco frequently sensed the sadness of our Lord and Lady because of sin, and spent many days in front of the tabernacle consoling the heart of Jesus and making reparation for sinners. He learned to be very generous in making sacrifices and courageous in suffering, especially when he contracted the influenza epidemic that soon took his life after the apparitions. Jacinta was drawn to make many sacrifices for the Holy Father and for the salvation of souls. She was especially impacted by the vision of hell and could not grasp why anyone would want to go there. Jacinta became a suffering soul, offering up every trial and penance she could. She had extra visions of the Holy Father and prayed especially for him throughout her young life. St. John Paul II would later publicly thank Jacinta for her prayers and sacrifices, which he attributed to the saving of his own life from an assassin's bullet. Jacinta also contracted the flu after the apparitions. Before being taken to a hospital in Lisbon where she knew she would die, she told Lucia, "Tell everybody that God gives us His grace through the Immaculate Heart, and that people must ask her, and that the Sacred Heart of Jesus wants the Immaculate Heart of Mary by His side. They must ask peace through the Immaculate Heart because God has given it to her." Francisco died on April 4th, 1919, and Jacinta on February 20th, 1920. They were beatified by St. John Paul II on May 13th, 2000, and their cause of canonization awaits confirmation of a second miracle. Lucia would spend the next 87 years spreading the message of Fatima and devotion to her Immaculate Heart. She found refuge in the heart of her Heavenly Mother, who guided her efforts to fulfill all that God wanted to accomplish through her. She had a special love for Russia and prayed constantly for its conversion. She died on February 13th, 2005, surrounded by the Carmelite Sisters of Coimbra who lived with her for 57 years. Today, the Church celebrates the Feast of the Immaculate Heart of Mary next to the Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. We have books on the memoirs of Lucia and her biography, The Pathway Under the Gaze of Mary. For more information on this, see our website, bluearmy.com, or follow us on Facebook. God bless you.
Hello, my name is Father Joshua Caswell. The children of Fatima are perhaps the most fascinating part of the story. These children endured grueling interviews, constant questions, and teasing. As young as they were, they never revealed the contents of the secret, and they never strayed from the story, even when threatened with death. They were heroic, and they wanted to become holy. Each of them had their own way of achieving this. I would like you to learn more about the children by visiting our website and downloading a free PDF, which includes a prayer for the canonization. Lucia's life story is perhaps the most compelling. After she died, the Carmelite sisters in her convent found her personal notebook and published the contents, along with her memoirs and the stories she told to them personally. These are all collected in a biography of Sister Lucia called A Pathway Under the Gaze of Mary. This fascinating book will help you to get to know Sister Lucia intimately and learn how to live the Fatima message every day, just like she did. If you've never been to Fatima, I invite you to make a pilgrimage and maybe see the homes of the children, the rugged hillside where the angel appeared and the apparition site. You can experience the graces of Fatima during this 100th anniversary. Join one of our existing tours or call us to plan a tour for your group. Visit our website. Maybe Our Lady is calling you to Fatima.